Call Action Transmission Specialist on Merrill Road. We want to win your business with honest and upfront transmission service. I'm Robin Sidbury, the owner. That's a promise from me. Get traction. Call Action at 744-0755.
All right, we are live here at High School Media Days presented by Baker Sports, and we are at Everbank Field, and I'm here with Bishop Kenny, new head coach, Bobby Rollerson. How's it going, Coach? How's the new team looking, and how are you enjoying yourself?
It's going great. We've had a great summer, and we challenged our young men this summer that we were going to try to work as hard as we've ever worked at Bishop Kenny. And I've only been there 3 years, but in being completely honest, I think there's an image that we've had a little bit as a finesse team, and not necessarily maybe being as tough as we needed to in certain ball games. And so we challenged our kids that it would not start in August, but it would start in our off-season program, which began in January. And really from January all the way through, the kids have increased their workload every week and month. And again, we got back to a situation where we just said, we're going to be tough, we got to work in the sun. And so every day in the afternoons, we decided we were going to go in the heat of the day. And thankfully, most of the year, most of the summer anyway, we were able to go and not get rained out and got a lot of great work in, and the elements that we're going to need to be playing in here in the next couple of months anyway. So it's been a tremendous summer. We've got great kids who understand the importance of discipline and hard work, and anytime you've got that, you've always got a chance to be successful.
You know, sometimes you see in both high school level, college, and even in the NFL, when you have a new coach, there's a lot of changes that are brought upon the program. It sounds like they're sort of changing the culture around there. How are the kids responding to the new system and to what you want out of this?
A little bit of a shock at first, a little bit of a shock, and that's not to take anything away from what Coach Thorson has done at Bishop Kenny. They have done a tremendous job. He and his staff have won a bunch of football games long before I ever walked in the door over there. So while we're changing some things a little bit with regard to how we work in the weight room, there's a lot of other elements of the program that we've taken the approach of it ain't broke, don't fix it. Because Mark, as I said, has won a bunch of football games, and I think the model of how we want to run our offense and our defense hasn't changed a whole bunch. But the steps that we take to be successful, getting us to Friday nights, we've just tried to increase the situations we put our kids in, where we're asking them to fight through some adversity and maybe some tough conditions.
So I know you were a previous head coach, but also a defensive coordinator, so defense may be up your line. How's the defense looking going into this next season?
I think we've got a chance to be pretty good because we've got some kids coming back that played a significant role last year. We were very young last year, and I think if you asked me to categorize our football team, we're still young. But the good news is 5 or 6 of our returning guys probably, quite frankly, weren't ready to play last year, had to. And so when you've got that game experience of 10 games and a playoff game, there is no substitute for that. We can try to duplicate the practices or simulate rather practices the way we want games to be, but there is no substitute. So I think defensively, we've got several guys coming back that understand our scheme, and like any guy here will tell you, any head coach will tell you, we got to stay healthy. We're not real deep, so I think if we can keep our guys healthy and get them to Friday nights, I think we have a chance to be pretty good.
Last question, what's going to be the key for this team to be successful this season? We talked about health. Is there anything else that stands out in your mind that really needs to happen?
When you're a young team, I think you've got to gain some confidence and get the young men believing in one another. I think that the other part of that is making sure that our senior leadership is where it needs to be. We talk all the time about the good teams, the coaches are the leaders, the great teams, the players are the leaders. And I think that for us is something where we're still developing a little bit right now. And it has gotten a lot better in the last several months, but I think for our team to really be able to achieve the potential success that we want to, we have to have our senior leaders step up. And they're doing a good job of that right now. And it'll be interesting to see as the season goes on, when we both experience success and adversity, how we respond to that. But I think that's a key for us, is getting our players to believe in one another and move on from there.
All right, well, we are here with Bishop Kenny head coach Bobby Rollerson. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's nice meeting you.